Hi everyone, welcome to True Crime Tarot. I am Natalie, and today's case is about the young girl who was called Karla Rodriguez. Okay, so Karla Rodriguez she was born on September the 29th, 1992. Her hair was black, her eyes were brown, and she's a white Hispanic. Karla has a small mole above her right eyebrow. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $5,000 for the information that leads to the whereabouts of Karla. Karla was last seen in Las Vegas, Nevada on October the 20th, 1999. At the time of her disappearance, she spoke limited English. Anyone that has any information on this case or the whereabouts of Karla, then please to contact the Las Vegas division of the FBI on 702-385-1281. So Karla Rodriguez, she was a 7-year-old child. She was approximately seen between 7 p.m. on October the 20th, 1999 at the 800 block of Bonita Avenue in Las Vegas, Nevada. She went to visit a neighbor's son. She went to knock for him. She wanted to go and play with him, but the neighbor had told her to go home as it was very late that day. So Karla had played outside on her own for literally about 15 minutes before she went and left, leaving on her bike. The location was 2 blocks from her family's home at the time and also near the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas. She never returned to her house and has never been seen or heard from again. Karla wasn't reported missing until the following day, where her father had spoken to some neighbours, and it was a bit awkward because they thought that she assumed that Karla already went to another friend's house that evening and went home to bed. So the next morning, when Karla still wasn't home, her mother called the school to see if she had gone there for classes, and the school principal had then contacted the police. They called the police themselves um, regarding Karla's disappearance that was originally thought to be linked to some type of debt that the parents had owed a former brother-in-law at the time. A few months before Karla's disappearance, the brother-in-law came to Las Vegas and he had demanded to be repaid, and the family then gave him £11,000, $11,000, sorry. But he said that that was just only the interest, that wasn't the full money. So it was theorized then that the man had abducted Karla in an attempt to extort money from her parents, but he has since been ruled out as a suspect in her case. Investigators now are believing that Karla was taken by someone that was outside her family. As of 2020, her disappearance remained unsolved, and today, which is 2022. So Karla has a surgical scar on her abdomen. Karla was last seen wearing a black jacket, white and blue striped shirt, and red pants. And at the time, she had had her nails painted, which were green. She speaks Spanish, and she also has a unspecific medical condition. There was a news conference then in Las Vegas with the law enforcement officials and Karla's parents asked the public to help find their daughter who hasn't been seen in over 20 years by this time. During the emotional conference, Karla's parents, Elia Zepeda, and the father, Raymond Rodriguez, I do apologize if I can't pronounce any names or places, um, they stood on the corner of the 6th Street and St. Louis, or St. Louis, I apologize, Avenue, and Rodriguez and the address reporters were yards away from the home where they were living at the time in 1999. And they had said, "We miss you, Karla." And the sister that was aged 35 then at the time said, "Please, someone who has any clue, please let us know and contact the police." When the police began searching then for Karla, the next day they found her bike near the neighbor's home. Homicide cold case detective Dan Long said that in an interview with the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the day Karla disappeared, she was supposed to go to a English language class at the time at Park Elementary School. The girl's mother then told the police that she walked and she walked Karla part of the way to school. Um, on that morning, but Long on the Wednesday she also said then that Karla may have walked alone. So Karla's father returned home then roughly around about 5 p.m. and thought Karla was very safe because she was often left on her own at home. He left the house again to drop off the family car with Karla's mother at that time. So when he had returned home then from work and from dropping the car off about 10 p.m., Karla and her bike weren't there. The retired Metro Deputy Chief of Al Salinas told the Review-Journal then on Wednesday that in his opinion, Karla was a victim that was waiting to happen. And it says the dad didn't call us, the mother didn't call us, it was the principal of her school, and that gave him really that concern. This is what Selena said. Later adding then that he thought that Karla fell through the cracks. The day after Karla's disappearance, two bloodhounds traced their scent to a apartment complex then on the 1700 block of Santa Paula Drive near Oakey and Las Vegas Boulevards, about a half a mile from where her home was at the time. This is a cold case. Homicide detective Terry Miller had then mentioned and said, but no items of evidence or value were ever recovered from the complex. With tears streaming down her face, Rosie Rodriguez addressed the news cameras and begged for the information, promising not to give up on her sister's case. "We're still going to be here," she said. "We're not going to give up until we find somebody or someone who has seen her." Raymond Rodriguez had tears in his eyes as he held Karla's favorite doll. He told the Review-Journal then in Spanish that he and the girl's mother now understand the dangers of leaving children unattended. The family still lives in Las Vegas. Karla's mother has kept all of Karla's belongings and all of her clothes. Karla has a 17-year-old brother whom she never met. Rosie Rodriguez said that she remembered the days after Karla's disappearance as a nightmare. She thinks a stranger took her sister, but she has held out hope for over 20 years that they will be reunited. "We believe in our hearts that she is still out there somewhere, and we don't lose that hope," she said. Officials said no substantial leads have come to light in about roughly 10 years. The Supervision Special Agent Elena Itarola, I do apologize if I can't pronounce her name, with the Las Vegas FBI office said that there is now a $5,000 reward available for anyone with the information that leads to the resolution of the case. Anyone with any information about Karla's disappearance may call the Las Vegas FBI office at 702-385-1281 or the Metro Homicide Detectives at 702-828-3521. Anonymous tips may be left with the Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. This is when I come into this then where I decided I wanted to tune into this case. I want to see what the tarot cards are going to say of the disappearance of Karla. So there are four main questions that I had asked the tarot cards to see what is what. So number one then, I had asked what happened to Karla Rodriguez. Number two, Who was involved in her disappearance? Number 3, where is Karla Rodriguez now? And 4, what is the final outcome to be for the final outcome of the case of Karla Rodriguez? Okay, so first question I had asked then was, what happened to Karla Rodriguez? So the first card that came up then was the reverse King of Wands. There's an immature male who's very restless that has commitment issues. He's a bully, very fiery, forceful, controlling, arrogant, bitter, and very nasty and cruel. 10 of Pentacles. There's to be some security involvements to do with wealth, property, land, home, or to do with some type of family matter. Page of Swords. There was plans involved. An enemy who was very vigilant, protective, defensive, very involved in a negotiation, may have an accent, and also being involved with speaking to the public, and they are very smart and intelligent. Reverse King of Cups then. There's an immature male who was very unhappy, bitter, stressed, unsympathetic, and unkind. May have had an involvement in alcohol, addictions, rape, violence, could have been a con artist, involved in bribery, and definitely not to be trusted. Then we had the Two of Swords then, where there is mental decisions about a stressful situation and facing fears and in denial and being caught in the middle of a situation. Eight of Swords then, there was some restrictions to do with a crisis. There was a lot of confusion and feeling of being imprisoned and being backed into a corner, feeling a lot of terror and hopelessness. Right, reverse Eight of Pentacles then. So there was involvement of a scam and debts as well that was involved. Someone who was very careless and took a lot of risks. Reverse Nine of Wands. There was someone who was very stubborn and awkward, who wanted their own way, looking for trouble, and they're very suspicious. Reverse Ace of Pentacles. There was delays, financial instability, and corruption. Page of Cups. There was a young child who was very innocent, gullible, quiet, shy, kind, positive, and very trusting. Nine of Pentacles. There was success, contentment, abundance, involvement of a property, a land, countryside, and there's freedom and protection. Reverse Eight of Cups. So there was an entrapment where there is restrictions and a distorted body image and staying put. Reverse Two of Cups. There was disharmony and imbalance. Reverse Hangman. There was a lot of putting blame on others and hiding something. Second question then. Who was involved in the disappearance of Karla Rodriguez? Hermit card. There was a lonely, withdrawn person who was very private, isolated, that may have been involved with the wrong people. 10 Swords. There was a sense of hitting rock bottom. There was an attack, violence, being betrayed, and come to the end of something. There was a crime that was committed. Reverse Ace of Cups. There was unhappiness, sadness, pain, and depression, and emotionally drained. Emperor. There was a stern male that used his head over his heart, had a sense of an authority figure that seeked honest and fairness, that seeked also strength and victory for Karla. Also some protection was involved. Reverse Three of Wands. There was impatience, arrogance, regret, and delays. Justice. There was success, triumph, and victory. Ace of Wands, there was action being taken for a new beginning, but there was also some hesitation that was involved. Next question, where is Karla Rodriguez? Eight of Wands. There's a travel over water for Karla, taking very quick action, being well matched, and having the sense of having freedom. Three of Swords. There was heartache. There may have been a love triangle where there was sadness, negativity, arguments, and deep-rooted issues. Reverse Empress, there was someone who was very demanding, jealous, uncaring, unhappy, very immature, and also may have had a marital breakdown. Then the last question was, what is the final outcome to be for Karla Rodriguez? Reverse Page of Swords. There's to be bad news about someone being indiscreet, who's to be lost for words, being tongue-tied. That is to find out Karla was stabbed. King of Wands. There's a mature male who is powerful in his dealings, that is very assertive and experienced in cases like Karla's to determine what really happened. Reverse Six of Swords. There is some lack of help due to no progress and restrictions. And that is the end of the Karla Rodriguez case. If anyone has any information on the whereabouts of Karla or anything regarding the case, then the number is in the beginning of the video. And if you enjoy my videos, then please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I see you all next time on the next video. Bye.